In 1943, the government seized Nikola Tesla's most dangerous invention, a healing technology that threatened Big Pharma's entire empire. They buried it for 100 years. But it's back, and over 1,000 people worldwide are using it right now. When you join Tesla Club, you get your own Tesla plasma device, 5 times more powerful than the original Violet Ray and built to last. You join a private Telegram group where members share breakthroughs daily. Stroke recoveries, cancer reversals, chronic pain gone in minutes. These aren't stories. These are yesterday's posts. You get lifetime support from people who've been where you are. Technical guidance, therapeutic protocols, a group that actually understands. And you get access to hundreds of documented experiments, real members, real results, real transformations. No prescriptions, no waiting for permission, no begging doctors who don't believe you. Just you, your machine, and a movement taking health sovereignty back. We're Tesla Club, private science club for self-directed healing. Visit tzla.club. Join the revolution.
Plasma. It's back!
In a fresh round of predictability bingo, the EU's energy chief Dan Jorgensen has told Europeans to work from home, to fly less, to drive less, as the world comes to terms with the prolonged closure of the Strait of Hormuz. UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer has called an urgent Cobra meeting as the impact of Trump and Netanyahu's war on Iran hits the UK, with the last shipment of jet fuel arriving this week. Who knows when the next one will arrive at our shores. The globalist deep state nut jobs will be happy, won't they? After all, they've made no secret about the fact they don't want us travelling, they don't want us driving and flying. They want a great reset, a build back better. And to achieve that, you have to drag everything to the ground. If you buy some land with an old derelict cottage on it with the intention of building a new house on the footprint, you don't get the builders in on day one. Now you get the bulldozers. And Donald Trump is the bulldozer. He's a chaos agent. He's a hand grenade in a watermelon. Because the USA isn't escaping this either. Gas prices are already surpassing $4 a gallon, with a trajectory looking anything but positive. Now, isn't it incredible that the man who was touted as the anti-globalist, draining the swamp, taking on the deep state, savior of humanity, is doing everything that plays into the hands of and facilitates all the long-term goals of those we were told he was here to destroy? Now, it's almost like, now forgive me for my black pill take on this, but it's almost like he was never actually the anti-globalist draining the swamp, taking on the deep state savior of humanity it was claimed. Now, caps lock on defenses of 5D chess and mantras like trust the plan was simply Orwellian newspeak for sit down, shut up, do nothing, and let us take control of everything. And we were told, often vitriolically, that Donald Trump and, laughably, even Benjamin Netanyahu were agents of the people working to bring down the system from within. Well, they're agents, all right, and they're certainly working to bring down the system. The problem is, and it's a rather big one actually, the problem is they're agents of the globalists, the swamp, the deep state, and they're bringing down the system on their behalf. They're bulldozing the derelict cottage, but what they wish to construct in its place is anything but homely. It will be there to imprison humanity, not shelter them from the elements. Let's have it right. This should not come as a surprise. It's not like these guys don't have form. 5 years ago, Donald Trump became Papa Warp Speed. Netanyahu, genocide of Palestinians, attacks on Lebanon, Iraq, Syria, Yemen and Iran aside, proudly described his role in making Israelis, in his own words, lab rats for Pfizer. These are not good people. And while I still find it somewhat staggering that anyone ever thought they were, I am an eternal optimist, always have been. The world has, with very few exceptions, woken up from the Trump derangement syndrome and the Israel's our greatest ally psychosis. And that's a positive thing for our survival. Governments don't work for us, right? They actively work against us, and clearly they've grown tired of pretending otherwise. Of course, this is way above Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu or Keir Starmer, Boris Johnson, or any other stuffed suit and tie. The dragging down of society has been coldly calculated and enacted by agent of the cult after agent of the cult. And people were beginning to awaken to this. They were turning their back on politics, hence the need for the fake outsider to drag them back into the pantomime. But that's all it is. It's poorly scripted, enacted, low budget, dinner theatre. Just look at the United Kingdom and our current energy predicament. We've been brought to this point by the destruction of ourselves. The UK has been punching itself in the face for well over half a century in terms of energy self-dependence. The Labour Party were closing down the collieries in the 1960s. The Conservatives continued that in the 70s, 80s and 90s. Labour again came in under Blair in the late 90s and carried on, but with the added bonus of opening the floodgates to mass migration, putting more strain on a failing energy system as well as societal cohesion. And this has continued no matter who's in government because it's a uni party, right? Now close the Strait of Hormuz 200 years ago, and what would the reaction have been within the UK? Doesn't matter, mate. We've got oil, we've got coal, we've got gas, we're laughing. And that's the encouraging part here. We can stop punching ourselves in the face. We can stop shoving a stick in the spokes of the bike. We can stop allowing ourselves to outsource our survival to the worst among us. But that requires two things. For us to realise that politicians aren't the answer, we are, the people are. And secondly, that despite all our differences, genuine and manufactured, we're always stronger together than we are apart. Now, as individuals, we're powerful, we're significant, we are of great worth. But as a team, we're indomitable. We are a force that can sweep away the demons in one fell swoop if we would only allow ourselves to unite. And there's no time like the present. Thank you very much for watching and subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you'd like to take a look at all the other things that I do, the content like weekly shows and documentaries that I create, please check out my Linktree link in the description below.